I was thinking this one was going to be hopefully out before Halloween, but there's no way that's going to happen. But this one's going to be a more spooky themed episode.
I like that.
So I thought we would start off by talking about pedophiles.
Oh, come on.
What's more scary than a pedophile, Mom? Because you never know who they are. You never know where they're at.
Well, I guess...
Until you go to look them up. And then they're everywhere. They're like red dots all over your...
Yeah, I was going to say there's an app for that.
Yeah. So, God, where do we start with the pedophile stuff? Jeffrey Epstein, apparently, the media is late to the news that he wasn't a victim of suicide.
Oh, they're not saying that exactly. They're saying that some of his injuries lean more towards a homicide than a suicide. But they're not coming out and saying it exactly.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Wow. Surprised. Who would have fucking thought? Meanwhile, also, Kevin Spacey's fucking accuser dies randomly, and now he's getting off scot-free.
Let me tell you, Kevin Spacey is off limits.
No, he's not. He is off limits. Listen, just because all these people have done some cool shit at least once doesn't mean that they're forgiven for fucking children.
He didn't fuck a child.
He touched him.
How old was he?
I don't know.
He was like 18.
Obviously, that's not true. Otherwise, he wouldn't be accused of being an abuser
of
underage people.
Kevin Spacey is off limits.
No, he's not. Just because he was fucking Gimp in one movie and you were like, what? I didn't see that coming. That he wasn't actually fucking physically retarded doesn't mean he gets a pedophile pass. That's not how the world works.
I don't think pedophile passes exist. I don't think that's...
And your brain, they fucking do, apparently.
No, okay, this kid, he was working at a restaurant, at a bar, so he had to have been 17 or 18. Come on.
That doesn't matter.
Whatever.
And then fucking, what's his name? Harvey Weinstein. He was at a... Did you hear about that?
I don't think so. Is there a news thing?
Yeah, he was at this, like, thing for young actors.
Let me tell you. Let me just stop you right there. Okay. He was recently at a thing for young actors?
Yeah, just a few days ago.
Has he not learned his lesson?
Well, that's the thing. He was there, and a comedian was up on stage and decided to take her a little bit of showtime and call him out and make some jokes at his expense.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Everybody booed her.
Shut up.
I think her and another person were kicked out. And now that's a thing.
You know, I like her. We need to find her.
Oh, I already, yeah. No, I already have.
Yeah.
There's videos of it and everything.
I'm going to have to see that.
So, the lesson here is that pedophiles are able to get away with anything as long as they have money.
I was going to say, you have to be famous.
Isn't it weird that, like, the best pedophiles are all rich?
And famous, yeah.
And famous.
And, like, they have a whole bunch of power and... But I don't know, I mean...
Do you think that's a side effect of becoming famous and rich? You just, like, decide...
All of a sudden decide you like children?
Yeah, you just want to fuck a kid. You get a few $1 million and you're just like,
I don't think so, because there's a lot of rich people that don't do that.
That you know of?
No, I choose to believe the better.
That's what we all want to believe.
No, I do. I choose to believe that people deep down inside are really good.
Tell that to Bill Cosby.
He wasn't a pedophile.
No, but he fucked like 8,000 women in their sleep. So, I don't know if that one's better than the other.
Yeah, well, at least you don't remember it.
Yeah, but you wake up sore and very...
Feeling kind of funny.
A little funny. And there's a bunch of pudding pops everywhere. You're sticky. Nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that shit. Can we talk about something really Halloween-y spooky?
A pedophile's not spooky.
No, not like in the traditional Halloween sense.
That's because you're not a kid anymore. That's not a fear to you. But if you were 5 years old and Jeffrey Epstein invited you on a plane ride, you'd be fucking terrified.
Would you go?
Is he paying me? Because I might... no, what do you want to talk about for Halloween?
I don't know.
Well, you're the one that brought it up. I have things in mind.
I was thinking you were going to have real Halloween topics.
All right, well, Mom, what's your favorite...
You know what? No, I got a question. What was your favorite Halloween costume?
Oh, my favorite Halloween costume. The one that rings a bell. It was so dumb and obscure. Because it didn't, last. But you remember when the Power Rangers came out and they were, at their prime? And then there was, a bunch of spin-off shows.
Are you serious?
That tried to, bootleg the Power Rangers.
Okay.
So there was, the Beetleborgs.
Oh, big bad Beetleborg. Yeah.
But then there was another one that nobody fucking talks about. And I barely remember. But it was back in medieval times. And there were 3, characters. And their, powers came from the elements. There was an earth one, a wind one, and a fire one. And I went as the Fire Knight.
Oh, I remember that. Because you did a parade at school outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the coolest thing. I thought that was so dope.
Oh.
It was either that or Raggedy Ann.
I was going to say, I was kind of hoping it was one that I made for you.
Nah. Your costumes were kind of whack.
They were not.
You were. They were kind of whack. Why? What was your favorite one that I went as? Was it Raggedy Ann?
No. Probably Lamb Chop.
Oh, maybe. Was I confusing Raggedy Ann with Lamb Chop?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't remember Raggedy Ann.
That was my fault.
Yeah. I think Lamb Chop was probably my favorite one that you went as. It was so cute.
Do you have pictures of that?
I probably do, in the big bin of everything.
It's probably not smart to have all your memories, from the past however many decades, just in a bin. And thrown away.
Bin girl. I have bins everywhere.
I fucking hate your bins. Anybody that knows my mom knows that bins galore are just harbored in this household. It's fucking ridiculous.
I have bins for everything. Every fucking thing.
What was your favorite Halloween costume that you went as?
As a child or as an adult?
As a child, I suppose. Because dressing up as an adult is dumb.
I don't have a whole lot of memories of my mom and whatever, but the one memory I do have, because she was a nurse and she was going to school to become a doctor or something at the time. So she didn't have a whole lot of free time.
Yeah, whatever.
But I remember in 3rd grade, I wanted to be the Tooth Fairy. I wanted to be the Tooth Fairy so bad. She made me a costume and made me a necklace that had all these teeth on it and this really pretty princess dress. And it was just really, really cool.
I'm sorry, can I stop you there for a moment?
I was the Tooth Fairy.
Can I stop you for 1 second?
Yeah.
You said you had a necklace made out of teeth?
Well, I mean, they were fake teeth, I think.
I think you should clarify that.
But, I mean, it went along with the Tooth Fairy thing. I had this whole necklace, and she made it, and it really meant a lot to me because, it's the one Halloween I really remember my mom, really being there and being like, hey, I'm going to do this for you and make myself feel better because I'm the good mom.
Is that what you both think that the Tooth Fairy, does? They make necklaces?
I had a crown and everything. I had a little
But the Tooth Fairy makes a necklace out of their teeth?
Well, I don't know. Teeth? At the time, I was in 3rd fucking grade. I don't know.
The Tooth Fairy's
what
a fucking...
What do they do with them? When the Tooth Fairy comes and takes their teeth, what do they do?
Are you saying that the Tooth Fairy is an old Vietnam fucking war veteran that murdered all these Asian people and put their ears on a necklace and was
No. But a Tooth Fairy, she was pretty and looked like a princess, and she collected teeth. So what'd she do with the fucking teeth that she collected? Obviously, she made jewelry out of them.
Here I am thinking Grandma went fucking psycho and ripped out people's teeth.
No.
And just made your necklace.
Doing that, though. In the later years, I could totally see her doing that.
There's nothing scary about the Tooth Fairy, by the way. That was a bitch costume.
It wasn't supposed to be scary. It was my favorite costume is what you asked me.
That's fucking lame.
It is not.
That's coming from somebody who dressed up as a lamb chop. All right, you were a fucking nerd. You should have got. Did your candy get stolen?
Of course not. Are you kidding me?
Somebody should have stole your candy.
But don't think that Grandma didn't take it to the emergency room to get it X-rayed, because that's when that whole thing started.
God, really?
That people were putting like razor blades and needles into candy bars. So yeah, she wouldn't let us eat anything until we went to the hospital. That
whole urban legend is updated.
Now for it's drugs.
Yeah, now everybody thinks that people are just giving away edibles to children, which is a fucking dumb thing to believe, that somebody would go out of their way to pay good money for illegal drugs just to give to children.
It's fucking dumb.
That's so fucking dumb.
Giving your kids drugs.
And if they are, don't complain, because that just means they're going to be out for a few hours. You're welcome.
I agree.
You get to go home early from trick-or-treating.
I agree. Remember the guy down the street when I took Kane trick-or-treating last year and the year before? He had a whole bonfire in his yard, and he was giving parents Jell-O shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way you should do it.
I love that guy.
You know, Gus and Eddie recently brought up on their podcast that it would be cool if they did an adult version of Halloween, like a separate day.
They totally should.
Where adults could go door to door and people could just give out, like, you know, alcohol or whatever, just dumb shit.
That I would love that.
Cigarettes and like drugs. That would be great.
I don't know that people. I still don't believe that people would just give away drugs. They may smoke with you.
I don't know if you came over,
maybe
and
brownies,
they had like,
maybe if they made a big batch of brownies and give you a little tiny square.
Break it up in quarters.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Go about your day.
I could see that.
That could also end so bad. They could end up so fucking bad.
That would be fun though.
How would you feel if you came over to a house and then they just gave you a bag of meth?
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about
That'd be a party.
I would be like,
I'd hang out with those people.
Do you have a brownie?
Nah. Meth brownie? Do they make those?
I don't think that's a thing.
How come weed's the only edible thing that you can do? No, that's not true. You can do LSD, acid.
Yeah, mushrooms.
Yeah. Hey man, I take that back. Ew, you putting magic mushrooms in fucking pizza? Gross.
I've done that.
Ew. Ew.
Well, they're not fucking.
They regular mushrooms on pizza are gross.
No, they don't taste good. So you need something to help you out with that.
I mean, I'll give you that, but why would you ruin a pizza like that?
No, it was good.
You like olives on pizza?
Yeah.
You're fucking gross. Ew.
You like pineapple.
Okay, but I know that that's a controversial opinion. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, oh, people blah, blah, blah. But honestly, it's not bad.
Oops.
Sweet and savory. Sweet and salty. That's a great flavor profile combination.
It says olives aren't bad on pizza either.
That's gross. Yeah. Anyways, what's your favorite piece of Halloween candy? You can't get fancy. I'm saying traditional, but, you know, the go-tos.
Butterfinger. Reese.
You had that really quick.
Yeah, because they are my favorite. You should know that. Okay, as a child, how many Reese cups did I really leave in your Halloween?
I'm kind of glad that you liked those ones, because I don't mind giving up those. I like a good Butterfinger every now and then, but those weren't my go-tos. So I was okay with losing those.
I would totally separate all your candy, and I would keep Butterfingers and Reese's. You could have whatever else. I didn't give a shit.
Okay, what's your least favorite? The candy that you're just like, fuck this.
That stupid generic licorice. The thicker kind, the bigger kind, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's not Twizzlers. It's just in a clear wrapping.
Red Vine?
Yeah, Red Vine.
I like Red Vine better than Twizzlers.
No way.
But either way, Twizzlers are fucking gross.
No,
I know what you're talking.
Is it the cherry ones I like? The ones that are like, I like.
But even those ones are kind of weird too.
No.
They have a medicine aftertaste.
Like, Red Vine is the grossest Halloween candy ever.
I beg to differ. There's so many candies that I have a passionate hatred for. Almond Joys? Who the fuck is eating an Almond Joy?
Your brother. That's his all-time favorite candy.
It's disgusting. Gross. Ew. And then what's the other one? Mounds? Fuck them too.
That's just an Almond Joy without the almond.
It's gross. Candy corn?
Yeah, you know what? Candy corn is disgusting.
Nobody's eating candy corn. And not actually. You know what the best one is? I like Sour Patch Kids.
Well, who gives out Sour Patch Kids?
They make the mini bags.
Well, yeah, now, but when you were a kid, they didn't. When you were a kid, what was your favorite Halloween candy?
I liked Blow Pops.
Oh, yeah.
I liked Blow Pops a lot. The green apple, that one's slapped.
Oh, those green apple
well,
suckers.
yeah, the caramel apple suckers.
Oh, caramel apple. Those are fucking awesome.
Those ones are fucking great.
They are good.
What's your favorite Halloween? Was it the Tooth Fairy one? Was it that made it that good?
I think I don't even remember trick or treating as a Tooth Fairy. The only memory I have as dressing up as the Tooth Fairy was my mom getting me ready, like my mom being there and like putting the costume on and putting the necklace on and the little crown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually remember trick or treating or anything that year. I just remember that part of it.
Okay, well, what was your favorite scary movie to watch around Halloween?
Just probably the traditional Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it?
Well, when I was a kid.
God, you're too stereotypical.
Well, I mean, come on. Oh, but Blood-Sucking Freaks. That
Okay.
one, though. Jesus, that's...
I mean, I think with... Nowadays, it's hard. There's not one fucking good horror movie in theaters right now, and Halloween is tomorrow.
Right now, there isn't. No, absolutely
None.
not.
They have that fucking...
And even then, they haven't had any in the theaters that have been good in a long time.
They have that fucking really dumb sequel to The Shining that's coming out.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about
Dream
that.
Master or some shit.
Because that isn't even... That should be a separate movie
I
in
hate
itself.
I fucking hate it. I know everybody's... It's a sequel to the book, so blah, blah, blah.
Well,
No,
40 years
it doesn't
in the making.
matter.
Shut the fuck up. It doesn't have... It doesn't flow with The Shining.
It doesn't even... Visually, it's so fucking gross. I hate it. I don't like any of it.
I agree with you. I haven't seen a good horror movie in the movie theater since The Blair Witch, if I was being honest.
Nah, I think if you want anything good from horror anymore, you have to go the more independent route.
You do. I think the last really good horror movie I watched in a movie theater was The Blair Witch Project.
I love a lot of the independent horror scene movies, like anything made by what's his name? I'm not gonna remember.
I'm not
gonna
good with
bother.
names. I'm good with movie names. Mandy, for instance.
Yeah, no,
That's
Mandy's
been
fucking
the
great.
best movie in. Oh my god, I can't even say how long.
Nicolas Cage has been coming out with great horror movies.
Oh my gosh, what was the one? The mom and
Dad.
one? Oh, is that what it was
Yeah.
called? Mom and Dad. Oh my god, that
It's
was
so
fucking
fucking
brilliant.
good.
That was brilliant.
I love that.
If they haven't seen Mom and Dad, they need to watch.
It's on
Mom and
Hulu.
Dad.
Highly recommend it.
God, it's fucking brilliant.
Then, fuck. What was it? I had a good train of thought going.
It's gone.
Oh, Zack Snyder. He's making a sequel to his version of Dawn of the Dead.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess I'm open to it.
I'll watch it. I'll keep an open mind.
As far as remakes go, that one wasn't bad. That was a pretty decent remake.
It wasn't.
I liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Bad.
I mean, it helped that Romero was there for guidance throughout the entire process.
I think that's the only thing that gave him the respect he needed to make that happen for him. Because if he wasn't involved, everybody just would have shit all over it.
My favorite thing,
if his name wasn't tied into it, would you have liked it? Or do you just like it because you have respect for him?
No, I watched that version of Dawn of the Dead before the original one. Before I knew about, Romero and his stuff. So I think that probably helped. But had I went in knowing, I might have been a bit more skeptical about it. But it was fun. It was still a good movie. It wasn't amazing, but it was fine.
Do you know what's really good? That's new?
What's that?
Creep Show.
Oh,
Well,
God.
it's
No,
not new, but it's
nobody's
like
talking about
no,
it.
and it
Nobody.
makes me mad that nobody is talking about the reboot.
Yeah, so for anybody
Is
who
it
doesn't
a reboot,
know.
technically? Is that what
Well,
it's
it's a
called?
series.
Well, yeah, but
it's
is
not.
it like, yeah. How do you, because it came back after so many years. What
Well,
do you call that?
isn't Creep Show a movie, and then Tales from the Crypt was
Oh, you're right.
the
Yeah,
TV series.
You're right.
So they're just doing what Tales of the Crypt did.
For a Creep Show.
Yeah, for Creep. And it's so good. The first episode, right off the bat, anybody who is interested, it's on Shudder, the streaming horror, whatever. I know there's so many different streaming sites and blah, and I get that, but this one, just for that one alone, is so worth it.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. The first episode has that balance so done well between campy horror and just not taking itself too serious, but still
and
being
what I loved, it was
good.
so, I mean, it felt like the 80s Creep Show.
Yeah, the people behind it definitely knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They had a passion for that style. And you don't see that anymore.
No.
I can't remember the last time I've seen it.
I miss that.
And I love anthology horror. That's not done enough. Like VHS 1 and 2, so fucking good.
Oh, I didn't watch 2.
Two
you know
is
how I am with
no.
But
2 is actually, in my opinion, way better than the first one, and I really like the first one.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's got.
Okay, so you and I are gonna watch that tomorrow. You and I are gonna watch VHS 2 tomorrow.
They had the directors from Hobo with Shotgun, the Blair Witch Project, the original one.
Oh.
Yeah, and a few other really cool ones, but it was really good. The ABCs of Death, that's another really good anthology. Both 1 and 2 again.
Do you remember Faces of Death? Is
Yeah.
that what it was called? Was
Yeah.
it Faces or Phases?
I think it was Faces of Death. Face of whatever.
Where, I mean, it was real fucking, like people really getting killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. That's not even what's sad is that back then, I'm sure was hardcore as fuck.
Oh, it absolutely was. It was oh my gosh. And it was really underground as well. It wasn't I mean, it was pretty underground.
But now we have the internet. And that's just day one type shit. Right now, you can look up a video of people there. Even just a few days ago, it was going around on. There was a video on YouTube called 1444. It was a guy just blowing his head off with a shotgun.
You know what? They were talking about that the other day, and
yeah.
And the thing, and we were discussing it because the thing is, although I'm not a fan, I don't really like the suicide videos.
I'm not a fan of. Are you not a fan of suicide videos?
No, they fuck
really,
with me.
really.
I can, but what I'm getting at is, as twisted as it sounds, I could watch somebody being killed. I'm oh, that sucks, But a suicide video, or if you're abusing animals, I lose my shit. I have an easier time watching somebody kill another human being than I do watching somebody be cruel to an animal.
I think that's a pretty common, opinion, I guess. Yeah, I think that's pretty much with everybody. I think I have this weird, sick, probably unhealthy fascination. I don't seek it out, ever. I never go looking for it, but if it shows up, I, have this moment of, dumbfoundedness. There was a video not too long ago of this guy who fucked over the Mexican cartel.
I saw
and
that.
they fucking skinned him and they ripped out his own heart and showed it to him.
Yeah.
This is your heart, dude. And the whole time I was just what the fuck? This is.
And you know what's so messed up? The whole time I was thinking, and And this maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't know. But the whole time I was thinking, yeah, dude, you fucked up bad. What the fuck did you do? I really wanted to know what he did, because they're not going to do some shit like that for no reason. No. Obviously, you did some shit. You fucked somebody over.
Yeah.
You know, and when you get into that life, I mean, what do you expect? So I didn't feel bad for him. But if I see a video of a dude kicking the shit out of a dog, I'm enraged.
I mean, what's that dog shit on his good pair of shoes?
It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care what that dog did.
Just gotta slap him around a little bit.
No.
That video was like, it was kind of fucked up. I just laughed.
Yeah, and in my mind, all I kept thinking was, okay, what did he do? I really he fucked up bad. I need to know what he did.
I don't know. What, like, when it comes to the Mexican cartel, if you sign up for that, it's like you said, what?
You're signing up for a death sentence.
At some point in time.
Yeah. You're going to die at some point.
So enough about that.
Yeah. What was the first movie that really freaked you out? Or a TV show that, like, really scared you when you were a kid?
You know what? It was Freddy's New Nightmare. Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's New Nightmare. Oh, not that young. Or I was pretty young. I remember, like, distinctly, because
I'd have to know what house we were living in.
Oh, it wasn't you. I think I watched it with my dad.
Okay.
We watched it, and what fucked me up was the whole meta aspect to it, where it was like Freddy and the actors were movies. Yeah. Like, they knew they were movies.
They knew they were movies,
but it was still real. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? They can do that? That's a thing? And that... I distinctly remember that scene with they were in the hospital, and the babysitter was fucking being thrown up on the ceiling and, like, dragged, and her blood's everywhere, and kids just like, what the fuck?
Do you know what's so crazy? Is now that you said that, the first movie that, like, truly freaked me out as a kid, that I was, like, scared, was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Understandable.
You know, but it's weird that, you know, that yours also was a Nightmare on Elm Street type of thing. But I remember it was on HBO, and I kept turning the channel and then turning it back when it would scare me. And I would, like, hide, and then I'd turn it back because I had to see. But yeah.
They're only
weird that.
There are only a handful of movies that have actually genuinely scared me. It was that one, The Blair Witch Project. That one was fucking great. And The Strangers.
Oh God, The Strangers. That was good.
I think anybody people sleep on The Strangers.
They do. I don't think a lot of people really appreciate The Strangers.
It's not a perfect film, but as far as suspense horror goes, it's so fucking good.
So good.
I love that movie. I refuse to see the sequel. I'm not gonna do that to myself.
I've learned my lesson with sequels. I won't do it to myself at all.
Yeah, jeez. There hasn't really been a movie in a long time that scared me. I don't know. I think, you know what? The last piece of media itself, of any kind horror related, to scare me was, it was called PT. Did you ever hear about that?
I don't think so.
So, it was fucking brilliant. Alright. Out of nowhere, on the PlayStation Store, this game showed up. It was called PT. And it was a demo. Nobody understood, or, like, where it came from, because nobody heard about this game.
Right.
There was no press, like, it just popped up. So people played it, and I can't accurately describe this enough. It's more something you have to see. But essentially, you play this guy waking up in a room, and you just cycle through a hallway.
I remember. Okay, yeah.
And it's a puzzle game, essentially, and you have to go through it. And it is so fucking terrifying.
Yes, I remember that.
And there was so, like, there's once you finally beat it, you end up finding out that it was actually a playable trailer PT for the up-and-coming reboot of Silent Hill.
Right.
With Norman Reedus. Canceled.
Yes, I do remember that.
They canceled that shit. I'm so mad because that would have been fucking good. And I mean, they're doing a different game now, but it's not the same horror feel. It's something completely different, as far as I know. But man, I wish that Silent Hill would have been through, because I think that would have been a real game changer, for pun intended.
Oh yeah.
It would have been so cool. Not to derail the conversation, but now we have updates for people. Patreon, I redid our shit, and I have a tier there where people can bring up suggested topics or ask questions, and we answer it. It's still up and coming, so we only have one right now.
It depends on the questions.
We will answer anything and everything. Shut your fucking mouth.
Listen, you've been nice. We've had a very pleasant conversation. I was just thinking in my fucking head, you know what? This has been a great conversation. You know, he hasn't been mean, he hasn't been rude, he hasn't been insulting, he hasn't been an asshole.
You're the one being rude. People pay us money now, all right? And if somebody gives us money and they want us to talk about something, I'll talk about it. And you're over here saying, like you're too good for that.
No,
who are you?
I'm too good for it. You never know. When you ask the fucking internet to ask you questions, I mean, for Christ's sake, you never know what you're getting in.
I do. And that's why I want that.
Well, then Donovan will answer any question. How about that?
And so will you. All right? Don't be fucking disrespectful. You raised me better than this. Take your own advice. But it's okay. We only have one question right now. And this one sparks up a very heated discussion. So everything that you just said, don't bother. Take it back, because they want to know. They called us out because at one point we said we would talk about this. Gosh. We went so long, as we normally do, with uploading videos that we didn't talk about it. SpaghettiOs.
Oh, god damn it.
They are soup.
They are not soup, they are pasta.
It's soup with noodles in it.
No, I will go get the can because you just ate them today.
I did.
I will go get the can that says pasta on the fucking can.
Okay. Just because the can says pasta with sauce doesn't mean... What fucking sauce do you know?
Okay, but if I go get a can of chicken noodle soup, it says chicken noodle, not chicken pasta.
Okay, but it's the same fucking thing.
It's not.
It is. Who makes it, Mom? Who makes SpaghettiOs? Campbell's. What else are they known for making?
Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
It's fucking soup.
Where is it located in the grocery store? With the soup? No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You can find it there.
It's with the ravioli and the beefaroni and whatever other Chef Boyardee thing there is.
Now, if you went to a restaurant, all right, an Italian restaurant, and you said, "Can I get the spaghetti?" and they got you a plate of spaghetti with that consistency of tomato sauce, are you telling me you're not going to be like, "What the fuck is this?" And sauce quotations. Because it's not sauce. It's a fucking soup.
It's not a fucking soup. Okay, you know what? Listen, we called the 800 number on the fucking can.
Yep,
okay?
We did.
The first lady
said it was soup.
She said it was soup. But we wanted to double check just to make it clear. We called back, and what did she say?
She said it was pasta.
She did.
So if anything, that proves that they don't even fucking know. They're inconsistent with their own shit. There's something
that
wrong.
Created a whole lot more questions on what Campbell's was doing with their customer service, actually.
They're not trained to answer the real fucking questions.
The real questions.
Because it's a very fucking serious.
Who knew that Campbell's had customer service people like that are just waiting for people to call to ask questions about stuff? I
like
find that
if
amusing.
whether or not SpaghettiOs is a
I
soup.
feel like we need to call them and ask them just like dumber questions and.
No, because that's all that needs to be asked and answered. Everybody who's listening right now, I want us to plead our case. I think I already proved mine. The consistency of this so-called sauce isn't good to be a sauce, but you know what? It is good to be
It's
a
not
soup.
A soup. It is not a soup.
It's good to be a soup.
SpaghettiOs is not a soup. It is a pasta and tomato sauce, not pasta and tomato soup.
Is that you? So your rebuttal is just the can said so.
Yes, it's a freaking pasta. It's not a soup. I don't feel like, you know what, on like a cold ass winter day, I don't tell myself I want SpaghettiOs and grilled cheese.
But you could, because it's the same fucking thing soup.
I want tomato soup and grilled cheese.
Mom, chicken noodle soup. What are noodles?
That depends.
What do you mean it depends? What kind?
It doesn't matter.
What is it? It's a pasta.
But it's still a soup. Chicken noodle it's a soup.
What, just because it's a broth?
It's not chicken noodle pasta.
God, you're so fucking irritating. You're dumb. Everybody that's listening at this point, I apologize for my mom. She went to public school.
Donovan, and I thought I raised him better. And I figured that he would know the difference between a soup and a pasta.
Are you going to listen to somebody who got pregnant at the age of 16?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like somebody who made good decisions and is smart.
Sounds like somebody who's learned.
What, you're for the streets, you know shit?
I know enough to know that SpaghettiOs is a pasta, not a soup.
Comment down below, wherever you can, and settle this debate, because SpaghettiOs, it's fucking soup.
Fuck off.
Can I talk about something that I really am happy about, because you made me angry?
What?
I'm trying to get sponsored for this podcast by Comfy.
Comfy?
The Comfy?
Oh, the one that I don't... I bought 4 of them, and I don't have one.
And I'm so happy you don't, because they're all amazing.
I'm so pissed.
Listen, people think it's like one of those gimmicky things. Like, they think, oh, it's the Snuggie. Or like, oh, the fucking whatever off-brand Snuggie it was. No, this is so fucking good. It is so good. It's just a blanket that is a sweater.
Oh, and it's amazing. Like, you could be outside and it's cold out. And it was like 32 degrees at that last football game. I was not cold. It was not fucking cold. It had a hood. It had pockets. I was amazing.
We live in the Midwest, so the two temperatures are unbearably cold and humid as fuck.
Right.
Like,
pretty much.
There's
no in between.
And it was snowing the other night.
Yeah.
It was the first snow.
Yes.
And I was outside.
Why were you outside?
In my Comfy. To watch it snow. Because it's beautiful. Life is short. You have to take in those nice little moments.
Uh-huh.
And it was great. I felt great. It wasn't cold.
Yeah.
It's a great product.
It really is.
I want all of them. They even make shoes.
I know.
Little comfy boots.
But can we get back to the fact that I bought 4 of them and I don't have a single one in my possession?
Why do you need one? You complain too much. You wouldn't be complaining if you had a Comfy.
You're an asshole.
You should buy another one.
Fuck off.
What else has been going on with you and your Halloween stuff?
Nothing, really.
Really?
Nobody, like, Kane doesn't want to... Nobody wants to dress up, so I don't really have any Halloween stuff to do.
Yeah,
I'm going to buy candy tomorrow on Halloween. And we'll hand out candy tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
You know what?
I figured we would watch VHS 2 tomorrow night and hand out candy.
I don't like that people force their kids into your domain. That just makes me mad. I don't want to deal with children.
Oh, we're going to.
And then if you refuse, then you get those assholes that are like, we're going to TP into your house. That's how kids get shot.
Listen, I don't want to talk about TPing houses.
Can we talk about how your son likes to TP houses?
My God. Remember the phone call I got a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. Tell that story. You have to give a little bit of backstory to set up, like, why the football traditions and shit.
It's the Midwest, and there's a lot. Football is huge here, like huge, and homecoming is even bigger. So when a homecoming at the high school, you have all this tradition and all this stuff, and the football players, they go out and they TP and they do their thing, and I got a phone call on the day of homecoming, which was Saturday of the homecoming week, so it was almost over. I got a phone call from a parent telling me that I needed to have my son and his friends come and remove the toilet out of their tree that was about 20 feet up into the tree. There was a toilet that the boys, I guess, put into the tree, and there was every bit of 100 rolls of toilet paper throughout their trees.
I'm more impressed that a handful of teenagers were able to get the whole ass toilet.
It was a whole fucking toilet. Yeah. They peed in it too. Well, it was up there. like 3 of them peed in the toilet once they got it up into the tree.
I don't understand how people could be mad. I would be impressed.
Well, I lied to her. And I told her that the boys came home after the football game Friday night, and they were so exhausted they fell asleep. I didn't know what she was talking about.
And it didn't help that they had to steal that toilet from another person's house.
I don't know where they got the toilet. I never asked.
They stole it.
No, I didn't ask, so if I don't know.
The toilet store. That's where you get toilets.
That's not a thing. There's not a fucking toilet store. No.
And they stole from the toilet store.
No.
Yeah. Mom, this has been fun.
It has been. And you've been rather nice to me. The majority of the time you have been very nice to me, and I appreciate that.
You know what it is? I just didn't have, the full amount of energy to be mean to you. It takes a lot, honestly, to make you feel bad.
Does it? Do you know why?
Why?
Because if you were nice to me, see how good you feel now, just being nice to me?
I don't.
If you were nice to me all the time, you would feel that good all the time.
I feel very...
Being mean to me, it has a negative effect on your mood.
Nah, I don't feel negative. I feel very neutral. I just don't have the amount of energy needed to yell at you. Probably just because I've only eaten a can of SpaghettiOs soup.
Do you know what I just thought of? Your lasagna is probably burning right now.
Oh yeah, it's super fucking
It
good.
is so burning.
And I'm very pissed about that. So we're gonna cut it now, and I'm gonna go yell at you about this lasagna. You fucking... You're so dumb.